for a long overdue update on my neck injury. As you can see right now, I do not have the collar on. I still wear it a lot. I especially wear it to church just because I have no neck support when I'm at church, and that's just a long period of time where I feel like I can't go that long without neck support. And then I wear it some other times too. It really just depends on how I am feeling. So, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I posted a video back in December. I injured my neck somehow back in August. I don't know how. It just started hurting and the pain still has not gone away and is still very severe. So, my pain scale, it's like a 7 to 8 most of the time. So for more details, go back to the video in August, or that I posted in December. So back in December, I don't know if I told y'all I had seen the doctor. And that if I wasn't better by Christmas, he said I would need to get an MRI done. I guess maybe that original video was posted in October or November, now that I'm thinking back. Because I saw my physical therapist in the beginning of December. This is my amazing doctor, by the way. But I saw my physical therapist at the beginning of December. And she said, I don't foresee you getting much better before the end of the year. So she said I would go ahead and call and get the MRI scheduled. That way it went on last year's insurance instead of this year's insurance when everything started over. So I called, got it scheduled, and I had the MRI. They called me later that week with the results. It was really quick, especially with it even being the holidays. And said that everything looked normal with the MRI. So I was going to be referred to a specialist that does injections. So went back to physical therapy, was telling my physical therapist everything. She could tell I was discouraged and said, do not be discouraged. The MRI showing nothing is actually a good thing. It means you don't need surgery. And it was like, okay. I just was hoping there would be a reason to explain the pain, but okay. I scheduled the appointment with the doctor that does injections. And I saw him, he did a bunch of different, muscle testing, testing my strength and testing different things and being like, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does it hurt worse? Does it hurt the same? Does it hurt less? All those types of questions. And so he said we have two options. We can try dry needling, see if that works, and then do injections, or we can just do injections. We will likely have to do injections either way. So what he wanted to do was talk to my physical therapist, because she feels it every week. I'm seeing her about every other week now. But she feels those muscles and the pain in my neck and shoulders every week. And so she knows sort of what's going on, and she might be able to better discern whether or not dry needling would be beneficial or not. So, the doctor said he would call me after he talked to her. He still hasn't called me, but I talked to my physical therapist, and she said that she had talked to him, and they decided we would start out doing 3 to 4 sessions of dry needling. So, and see what that does. I don't know if insurance will cover it or not. But in the paperwork, it said if you only have 2 muscle groups that they do the needles, then it'll be $30, but if they do 3 or more, it'll be $75. So, and it's not like $75 per needle, it's $75 total. So, what I keep saying, the Lord will provide. I think I'm good right now. So, yeah. So the plan right now is to do dry needling. I actually got that scheduled just this past Monday, and I will let y'all know how it goes after I have it done. It's not acupuncture, but it sounds like acupuncture. Let me see if I can find the paper real quick. Thought it was over at my desk. So I gave them my consent form on Monday. But I think this paper that says it's not acupuncture. Dry needling is not acupuncture or oriental medicine. That is, it does not have the purpose of altering flow of energy along traditional Chinese meridians for the treatment of certain conditions. Side effects can occur. Drowsiness, tiredness, or dizziness may occur. I'll probably be tired and drowsy just knowing me. Bleeding or bruising can occur. Temporary pain during the treatment. Fainting can occur, but that's only in 0.3%. Nerves or blood vessels may be damaged. That is rare and usually temporary. It's rare to have damage to internal organs. The most common serious side effect from dry needling is pneumothorax, lung collapse due to air inside the chest wall. But it says that's rare. But what is dry needling? Dry needling is a physical therapy intervention used to treat myofascial pain and dysfunction. This is a medical and rehabilitation treatment in which fine needles are inserted into myofascial trigger points, which is painful knots in muscles, tendons, ligaments, or near nerves in order to stimulate a healing response in painful musculoskeletal conditions. Dry needles can be positioned where the needle is brought in and out of a painful knot in the muscle, which may aid in providing a twitch relaxation effect of the trigger point. The needle may also be spun in order to tension or stretch the underlying tissues. In addition, dry needles can be applied in combination with electrical stimulation in order to get a generalized relaxation effect through the painful area. Dry needling is a modern science-based intervention for the treatment of pain and dysfunction in musculoskeletal conditions such as neck pain, shoulder impingement, tennis elbow, carpal tunnel syndrome, headaches, knee pain, shin splints, plantar fasciitis, low back pain, and more. So, one thing that someone I know who had to get it done, what they heard was about dry needling was that it helps the blood flow in that area, which is supposed to help with healing. So I'm just doing what they recommend. We'll probably have to do injections too, because what the doctor was saying is even if you do dry needling, the pain usually comes back. But one thing that dry needling will help is it'll show sort of, if we do an injection, where the injections need to go. So, my therapist can't do it. She's not certified to do it, but she recommended me to one of her colleagues. And she said probably the first treatment, that person will do a lot of massage and feeling around And so we may not do needles the first time I see her, because she may want to feel around and like sort of figure out, okay, what is going on. But then we will start doing needles. So I'll see my physical therapist one week. The next week I'll have dry needling. My physical therapist, dry needling. And so we'll sort of alternate for now to see. And it'll be interesting to see if it helps or not. I'm glad it's not acupuncture, because last time I had acupuncture, I almost had to go back to the hospital, and that was just a bad experience. And the acupuncturist actually told me, I can't help you, since it almost sent me back to the hospital. But anyways, I just wanted to give y'all an update, because y'all might be sitting on pins and needles, because a lot of y'all were worried that I was injured, but I'm okay. I'm still in pain, a lot of pain, but it's going to take time. Just a lot of continuation of what we've been doing and trying this dry needling. So, I love y'all. Until next time, never lose hope.